Well guys, everyone's favorite internet streamer, Pokimane, is back at it again. This time going viral for a tweet that sent Twitter into full meltdown mode. It blew up so much that even big names like Asmongold and Tectone jumped in and made response videos about it.
Because these people don't believe anything it is that they're saying. They don't. They will go live and they will say the exact thing that the public wants to hear.
And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, people were seriously losing their minds over it. The tweet racked up like 30 million views, which is just insane, but at the same time, it's not really surprising. If you've been following this channel, and you'd know we covered Pokimane just a couple months back for pretty much the exact same thing, going viral on Twitter after saying something that had everyone foaming at the mouth in disagreement. Do you feel the same way?
Do you think someday we'll have a revolution like that in America? Right? It's getting there, right?
You already have one.
Another one.
What's going on?
The wealth disparity is getting bad.
The wage gap, I hate that.
No, wealth disparity.
Wealth disparity.
Wage gap is like between men and women. Men and women, we love each other.
Facts.
And we hate the rich. Anyways.
We hate the rich. Ah yes, those iconic words spoken by a literal millionaire with generational wealth. A statement coming from someone who's already richer than both your parents and mine combined. Oh, and let's not forget, this is the same person who once roasted people in her chat for saying $28 was too pricey for a box of cookies.
When people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyways, and we hate the rich.
So yeah, Pokimane was definitely wilding out in those clips, which is why she got absolutely roasted online. I mean, people were frying her. I think I even covered this dude who basically wrote her an entire novel in the comments. Like, this was pure, unfiltered, dedicated hate, and honestly, you just gotta respect that level of commitment. But clips like these really show how Pokimane will say literally anything to stay on everyone's good side, just parroting whatever opinion is trendy at the moment. So, keeping that in mind, let's dive into her tweet. Now, as you might know, or not, the Diddy trials recently wrapped up, and he got acquitted of most of the serious charges. I'm only mentioning this because it's probably what Pokimane's tweet was about. But yeah, Diddy beat the major charges, and everyone had something to say about it. So Pokimane hopped on Twitter and dropped this gem. Believe all victims. Now, look, believing victims isn't inherently bad, but when it comes to the law, court, and possible prison time, I don't think that's how it works. Personally, I feel like we should believe evidence and proof rather than just random claims. But hey, that's just my hot take. Apparently, Pokimane thinks we should believe literally everyone. Anyway, after she posted that tweet, the internet completely lost it. The tweet racked up 30.2 million views in just 3 days, with 82,000 likes and 3,000 comments. Pretty solid stats for a tweet, until you actually open the comment section. Just a heads up before we jump in, these comments are insane. Like, unhinged insane, so fair warning. The top comment, from what I've seen, has 167,000 likes. That's literally 80,000 more likes than Pokimane's original post. And it says, and I quote, "Pokimane tried to grape me at the Atlanta airport in 2019. Absolute banger tweet right there." Wait, scratch that. Turns out this was the most popular reply, with 256,000 likes, meaning it has 170,000 more likes than Pokimane's original post. How does that even happen? This reply also has 13.5 million views as a reply. That's insane. And it reads, "I was graped by Pokimane in 1997. Oh my lordy." And the replies under that comment are somehow even crazier. "You are brave for sharing your story. 26,000 likes. She took my cheeks in 2001. 6.7k likes." These tweets just keep going and going, with people claiming Pokimane R-worded them in every year imaginable. And honestly, if I had to guess, like 3,000 out of the 3.1k replies were saying stuff like that. It's wild because when you really think about it, these aren't even topics people should joke about. But yeah, the internet decided to go full dark humor mode on this one.
I was like, believe victims. Well, once again, I'd like to fancy myself the person who brings things back down into reality, I tweet out 3 words that caused quite the commotion, just like Pokimane tweeted 2 words. Women can lie. Yep. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to talk about why it is so dangerous to tweet out things like believe victims. You know what we should believe, Pokimane? People should believe proof. Because when good boys who, man, morals are so much higher than mine, tweet out things like believe victims in such a mass blanket statement, which, by the way, is never a good thing to do, what happens is that you are leaning into something that I like to call guilty until proven innocent, and not innocent until proven guilty. When you say that anybody can go on the internet and lie, when anybody can go on the internet and say anything, and you have to believe them because they're crying, well, guess what? That doesn't set up a good precedent,
context,
now does
I'm
it?
definitely on board with the idea that we should believe people with actual proof. Like, I'm pretty sure nobody wants folks out here getting accused of random crimes they didn't commit just because someone woke up and chose chaos that morning. But then again, I don't even think Pokimane was necessarily saying we should believe people without proof. Although, knowing her, who even knows anymore, could be either way. Anyway, other creators like Asmongold also jumped in to throw their 2 cents into the dumpster fire that is this situation.
Pokimane drops a believe victims tweet. How brave. Oh God. Shouldn't you figure it out based in a court of law? Don't go around and just believe what people say. You know why? It's because people lie. What a dumb thing to say. Pokimane is apologizing to someone on X for laughing at Amber Heard. Please fucking remind me about that after.
Oh, and I totally forgot to mention this. Ever since Pokimane dropped that believe victims tweet, people have been digging up her past like archaeologists on crack, and they're bringing back receipts from when she was roasting Amber Heard during her trial. You remember back then, right? Amber Heard was supposed to be the victim in that case. Well, at least until the trial basically showed that wasn't exactly the story. But yeah, people on Reddit are now pointing out that Pokimane took it to a whole new level of savage by literally putting a tear counter on her stream every time Amber cried, including while she was giving her assault testimony. Like, a tear counter during an assault testimony? That's actually insane levels of petty.
Pokimane, I love you and I agree, but I can't forget the way you made fun of Amber Heard during the trial. It was really disappointing. Please address this. I completely understand. I regret how I restreamed the trial because any jokes are at the expense of the victims can be perceived. I apologize I took down the videos. She's apologizing for laughing at Amber Heard.
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Okay, when they were talking about, like, we have all this evidence that he actually did it.
So yeah, this is exactly why tons of people think Pokimane doesn't actually give a single damn about anything she tweets. She just spits out whatever opinion is trending that day like some kind of human Twitter bot. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, every single time she drops a controversial tweet, it's like clockwork. You just dig a little bit into her past, and boom. And there it is, a clip of her saying the complete opposite. It's like her whole brand is built on no consistency whatsoever, which, once again, just makes what Tecton said about her hit even harder. Because, damn, he was spitting facts.
Because these people don't believe anything it is that they're saying. They don't. They will go live and they will say the exact thing that the public wants to hear.
So yeah, drop your thoughts down below. Do you guys actually think Pokimane gives a single crap about any of the stuff she tweets? Or is she just farming engagement like her life